Hello there, my friends, and welcome to my hotel nest. That's right, Kate is, or that's me, if you don't know me and my work. I'm in Texas, and I am just back from day 2 at Paper Crown, and I told everyone I was going home to film because I couldn't help myself. So, despite what the vision looks like, I hope you're happy just to have me chat along with you, because that's what I love doing, and it's, in a way, it's my celebration and reflection on the day that has been. So before we get into that though, how are you going? How's your week been? My Australian friends and Southern Hemisphere friends, actually, it's Friday morning and you're just waking up and getting ready to do whatever you have to do. I've just wished my husband well at work, and here I am, Thursday. Actually, I don't like wearing my watch because it makes me conscious. It's 5:45 on a Thursday night in Waco, Texas. Now, here with me is a little piece that I've been making, I think, since my first night when I got here. So I can't even remember when that was. Monday night? And she's been keeping me company. I've been working on this one as well. There's my sun shrine. I don't have a list, but it's a shrine, and I'm adding flowers and French knots as I go about the place. Better just check that you can see mostly. I do apologize because, you see a bit of me, but as I said, I'm hoping it's the voice in the pictures that keep you company rather than the vision. Okay, so that's with me. Beautiful fabric is being added. And this little piece, I was going to call her the Brittany because she's been inspired by the beautiful woman that is Brittany. I think I told you she's gifted me the swan scissors and this fabric. Actually, now as I say this, have I showed you this before? I don't think I have. Anyway, it's a little, maybe I have. It doesn't matter, does it? This is my beautiful piece, and she's turning into a sculpture. That's what we're calling her. So she has fabric on the top, frills, maybe I think I have told you. Or maybe I didn't actually publish that one. That's when I think it wasn't a good video. Fabric with flowers that I'm embroidering with Brittany, see, I'm a bit tired, so you'll just have to humor me, gave me this beautiful collar because she had one as well. And I just love that. I said today it was like the flip, and she's packed with all sorts of stories. But before I go any further, I'm using her as a pincushion too. I just do, I have received so many gifts, and I package them in here and I lose track, but these are the ones I've just already started using. Look at this. This is from Annette, who was sharing this so freely, and she tells me it is postage stamp quilts. I have not held something like that in my hands. I know Misty, I showed her a picture, already loves it, and I just feel so special. And look at that little bit there. To die for. So that's already on. I'll show you where that is on my piece. I've had the company of Charlene for the last 2 days. Hello, Charlene. And she just said, take some of this butterfly fabric. I took a little bit and she said that's not enough. And I can see, she's given me so much. Is that not joy? So much. How generous are you all? This is the bit that I've used, and look at that. That will, makes my heart sing. Have I got anything else in here? Oh, from the beautiful Sharon. And Sharon, you know who you are. We've been, it's been lovely to actually see and meet Sharon and spend time after knowing each other over YouTube for quite a while. A beautiful story. Look at this little box. Little tiny box that holds such treasure. Look at these. I haven't had time. I'm in the zone, so I haven't had time to decorate with them yet. But look, swan pins. So old, enamel, part of Sharon's family history. And now they're with me. Like, that is incredible. So that, I'm just, yeah. I'm going to get emotional. I'm sharing because of the kindness, and we all know that. Oh, there's a little bit that comes out of Brittany's mini nest that she made me. I left the nest there, but this bit is here. I kept running out of needles, so now I haven't got one in the pincushion, but I've got plenty. I said to Sharon, you watch this. Well, actually, I'm just realizing I either have lots of pins and no needles, or lots of needles and no pins. It's never just right, but we continue on. I've got some of my wool on there, and I bought this beautiful cotton today. Oh, I did not know this. Oh, yes, I did. This is cotton. Oh, see, I'm away from home, but that's a little message from home. These are Cotton Garden threads, established 2006 by mother and daughter, and this one's peony. And I tried not to make a mess of them, but look at the colour of that. So I've stitched a bit on that. So we're going to continue. I might actually thread that while I've got some more, but I must have left it on the table. So what are you up to stitching? Are you having fun with what you're making? Because that's probably the word I've heard the most in these last 2 days in Texas has been, this is so much fun. And gee, that's what, it thrills me. I am about being you, but gathering together with others and finding out that you have like minds around you, and then just having fun. So this is the piece. So here's the floral on the top with the frill. Here's the gorgeous vintage pom-pom fringe. Like, that just gives me joy. On the back, oh, we'll go down here. Okay, no, we'll go here. I've continued the frill down the back, and this is bark cloth. But I think it's a toile as well. Is that what you call it when there's a pattern? I have never used people before, but Brittany gave me this fabric. I love the greens and the pinks, like that vintage vibe. Yes, I'm saying I'm loving the greens and the pinks together. And then the other piece of that is on the front, but I'll go via here. This is the same base that I put on my Tote of Hope. If you've watched my latest video, I fixed Hope. You'll know what I'm meaning. And I'm thinking that I don't want that on the bottom because she's too beautiful. So I've run her down, and there is the fringe. This piece here has birds on it, and it's a Liberty that I was given today, or shared with. And you know what workshops are like. They're just great places. This is from Teresa. So Teresa, thank you so much. There's that bird and the flowers. And now to the front. Oh, tangled. There, under here is the other side of the bark cloth toile. This time we have the lady and the man looking, and this was a boat. Well, it still is a boat, but I'm gradually covering that boat up. I've got some fringe. I've got these flowers are from a vintage fabric that I'm using actually quite a bit of while I'm here. You will have seen me buy that, but I don't know. I think it could have been Sydney, and can you see this? Am I in the middle? Imagine. Oh gosh, have I been off to the side that whole time? Please say so. I'm so sorry. I'll just stay here. I'm so rusty, and it's a weird setup, but we won't worry much about that. So that fabric, this is the vintage trim fringe that I bought in Milwaukee, and I've already shaved her off this afternoon, and it's starting to unravel, and I sort of like that. This piece is from the gorgeous Shelby, who's traveled from Orange County, I think she said, well, California, to be here. And she gave me, so many things, like so incredibly generous. I can't begin to tell you. When I opened her package, I just was gasping. But for the moment, I have pinned this piece onto here. You can see I've started to embroider the flowers down here. So this could be on the center. I just don't know yet, but I feel that it belongs with this piece. And if we go around to the last side, this is where I've used a piece of Annette's postage stamp quilt top. Just that little bit. So I've got that memory. So it started with Brittany in Wisconsin and now is in Texas and becoming Texified. And today I've been working on the flap. This is Miss Rose Sister Violet. Those of you in the US are telling me that you go on the site and can't find the fabrics. They're not listed on the US site yet. So I've been in touch with Gabriella to see what we can do about that. But they are available through the Australian site, and I might look at selling them as well. So that's just an update if you are desperate to get this fabric and can't find it. So the base is this beautiful fabric that you've seen before, and into play comes, this is also from Shelby. This is a dress that she thrifted. You can see the seam there. This is the butterfly fabric that I harvested from Charlene's gift. Over the top, the lovely Lynn was there, and she had this Frida Kahlo fabric that I'd never seen in person, and she kindly shared that with the whole group. And I've just harvested this bit because it's a bird, and yes, it's a bluebird, and that bluebird is flying high with the butterfly. So the story is, well, I hope that you can see the story is evolving. So what are we up to doing? I've got this Liberty on the bottom. I don't think I want to go I should have learnt my lesson. I don't like folding around the edges. So we're going to start with a little bit of a prune. We're having so much fun. Someone said we should start a glossary of Kate's sayings. I didn't realize I was had so many sayings. Manju Kiki did have a list that she quoted to me when I was up there. I mean, can you believe it's already a week tomorrow that we started Stitches and Stories. Time is flying, and is it Thursday? Yeah, this time next week I will be at the airport waiting to board my flight home. So, yeah, you know what they say, time flies when you are having fun. So that's probably not perfect there, and it's certainly not perfect for the bottom, but it's beautiful fabric. Maybe I should have some other butterflies on the bottom, because butterflies are me symbolizing me coming out of the cocoon to fly to you, or just talk with you, or just be. Oh, now there's an idea. Okay, so today we were working on the nest, and look, every workshop I get to do is an honor and a privilege, but I have to say there's something so fun about making nests together. We had the idea that a nest, that was a loud one. Nests could become hats. It's just just joyous. And the ladies got a long way into their nesting, and it made me smile so much then when many of them walked out with their nests already laid and with all their bits and pieces from the workshop. So as we say, not only beautiful, functional and practical. So let's look at here. The thing that I'm conscious of is that this is such an unusual dark green, and but I do have the balance. Let me just check again, because I'm raving on because I'm so excited, and you're seeing a lot of my clothes when you shouldn't when I'm standing up. That is the Miss Rose Sister Violet green. So it is balancing, but sometimes I go, oh, is there too much green? But actually now that I'm home, how can you ever have too much green? And I don't know, I left this under here. Part of me wants that as like a hidden little surprise. It would be much easier if I just put that in one place. But not yet. That's my embroidery. So let's just do some stitching. Sharon did say, oh, Kate, you're using this as a needlebook now. And I said, well, at least I know now I've got one needle, one pin and 2 needles here. So shout at me, as I've been saying, if I lose it. What are we going to do together? I need some of my cotton. Oh, there it is. I haven't used this today, so I feel like doing some of that. Oh my goodness, I've got some of this peony on here. So let's do. I was asked today, how do I decide which bits I stitch on a fabric like this, and I just said really clearly that I make it easy for myself, and I just look at the bits in one color and think of I'm coloring them in. So at the moment I'm doing those pink dots there, and they were pink, but because of this thread they come out purple. And how beautiful is that? And we're going down and under. And look, if you are in the US and have been to Paper Crown, you will know what a special place that is. How lovely is Cindy? She is so gracious, so humble, and she has the most beautiful spot. So I'm feeling incredibly honoured to be there and to be being looked after so well. And plus, it's great. I get to do a little bit of a shop. I have a running tab, and it's lovely to support her, but then use the things. Oh, now I had my own liberty that I bought. Oh, actually, maybe that's what I should do. Yeah. Okay, I just changed my mind. So there's that little one. So colouring in the pink, and when the thread runs out, that's when we stop this colour and do something else. I'm being asked a lot how am I finding the heat? It's all okay, because literally I'm going from the car. Cindy picks me up every morning and to the studio. It's getting a bit dark, but hopefully the phone adjusts to that. I don't really want to put the light on, so I'm trying to get the last of the sunshine. So there we are. This is the peony colour mixing in. I mean, you can do anything with this fabric, have Gabriella's. Let's go up here. And I was just thinking that, let's see how it turns out. Let's see how it turns out up here. You see how beautiful it is? It's like, it really is like peony all mixed together. This is velvet ribbon. If I haven't told you. And it's just a sensory joy. It's a pouch with a variation. I've done sort of a triangular side, and I really love that. It's fun in my hands, and as I said, the girls are calling it like a sculpture. And I don't mind that at all. So let's pick up some of these flowers. Actually, I'm not even going to try and colour them in. Just want to get some foundation done. So these are just random, like they're big seed stitches. And have I planned that? No, I haven't. But I want to get over here now. And let's go French dotting, which is exactly the same as French knotting. I'm a bit rough, aren't I? Just go slow, Kate. Just so excited. So I sort of went over there, and then I came up here. You see how you might have to magnify it. I don't know what I'm doing in terms of the level of funny setup, but they are this beautiful mixture of green and pink, and I love them so much that even though this is a leaf, let's make them actually let's do a stitch. Come back down to there. Forget that didn't work. So 1, 2, 3. Running out of thread. 1, 2, 3. This is in like cut lengths, which is probably good because it would run the wool out, but for me, I'm used to a longer thread. 2, can I do it? 3, and down there. Okay, here we are. So I'll just see if I can grab this Liberty that I showed. Cindy had some scrap little bundles. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to save this bit here for another place. I'm going to leave the edging there because that'll actually strengthen it and give it bulk is the word probably. Okay, that scrap will go somewhere else. And so you can see here the blanket that was underneath it. So I'm thinking more in keeping might be a little bit of this. Yeah, because see, that unites the garden there. And it's got a torn edge here, which will go nicely there. And what shape on earth would we be needing to cut out? So I'm going to, we don't know, so I'll just do a little strip. Oops. Strip that. Put that big flower on. This is where we go. Is there a pin in town? I've got most of my stuff there, and I have tons of pins in an ugly tin. It'd be just handy to have one calling my name right now. Not so. This is where we just have to feel it and just think of it as a sculpture. Put that there. Yep, and join it on like that. So again, flower to flower. This is not a flower, but there's a little bit of that liberty there. So it's like one bit of liberty giving over. I'm going to use this one again. Oh, that's too short a thread. She's so lovely in the hands, this one. That's why I'm just literally walking around stitching her. So what else is news with you? As I said, I really wish there was a button where you could tell me. A lot of you tell me that you're talking to me on the screen, because I do need your help. But so far, I can't hear you. So that, see, I'm leaving that like a fringe, like that other edge there, a frill. Oops, tight. Let's go down here. You can look at the pretty flower gardens, and I'm just going to do a running stitch. Oh, now this is here to remind me. I'm not sure whether I shared that, but that is a gift of the lovely Krista, who was there in Wisconsin with her friend Michelle, and today their other friend, buddy, Roxanne, was in my class, because Roxanne couldn't make the other one, and the Wisconsin, but she's flown all the way by herself today in the midst of a big work project. to be here. So I've taken some lovely photos. They connected with my friend Bron, you will know Bron, when they were all in Paris together earlier in the year. How amazing does that sound? So they were in Paris to do Fleur's course, I think it was 5 days at the chateau. I think it was the Mirabelle. So that is a beautiful sort of, look how small the world is and what beautiful people we meet through our love of making. So that's well and truly like a little frill. This has moved. Does it worry me? No, it does not. So we're getting this piece down, and now I'm a bit bored with being on the edges and I bumped into that fringe. So we're going to just do some petals together. I accidentally hooked that up. And come over here. So what do I have to do now? You might be interested. Tomorrow is the start of our 3-day, one flower at a time experience. We have the most beautiful flowers on our tables, and that's our inspiration, and we will get to just stitch and talk over 3 days. So every workshop I say is special, every workshop I love, but especially if they're longer than 1 day. If you've ever done that, you just get to go that bit deeper. You can get deep into a project, and you get to know each other around the table a whole lot better. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just going over the top of this Liberty. So beautiful. And it wouldn't have crept so far if I'd pinned it, but it's not bad as it is. Oh, I just remembered I'm going to ring my mum in a minute. Because it's morning in Australia and I haven't spoken to her from Texas. If I've moved again, so sorry, but hopefully you can understand what I'm doing. I'm just thread painting that Liberty, and I love it so much that we might actually do some on the top. Just going back around the flower to use up the thread. little pop and part of the story. So if I look at that, I wouldn't go up here, just sort of explaining my thought process. I would be looking now to get some of that up here. I don't know what I did there. Oh, I was trying this. Oh, that's, what have I done? I've tried to hitch the frill up and I'm not liking it. So let's take that stitch out. And let her be. Yeah, that's better. So it gives us more room in here. And maybe here we go. We join this flower, petal to petal, up like that. This is where I really need a pin. What I'm doing is, oh, see, magic. I've got this nest and I'm just go around the edges and sure enough, there is a pin. So that's going to go there like that. And then I'll embroider over, new flower, little flower, and that continues. Oh, it's almost perfect because look, it's leading our eye to the gentleman and his beautiful lady with the fan. I'll embroider these flowers, and I think I might have said something will happen to all this beige, but I do want to honor the integrity of the picture. Here, when she's closed, it's almost like hidden. Then we open up, we see the story, we see this impact of the diagonal. I've got my Frida, I've got those little flowers there that I left there. They could stay or they could go. What would you be doing? Do you know, I think they're going. They're beautiful, they can go somewhere else. I just think that these colours and the butterfly are in a particular style. Not that a different style worries me. I just think I can do more embroidery. I've started to do my funny little stitch there. I want to get in there and go over and over. So that's how she's going so far. I could put something in there. Oh, and that reminds, oh, picked myself there. I have something else beautiful in here, I think. Oh, yes, here it is. Marianne from California is here with her friend Shelby. She said, have you ever used these, Kate? And I said, no. And she showed me what she does. These are, look at that. It's a belt buckle, apparently, vintage. And this one is mother of pearl. And do you not think this piece needs that? And it needs Shelby's gifted. This is the time. Shelby will be the one saying, Kate, I knew that was going to happen to you. She'll be here, she'll just be buried. I've also got, actually, maybe, yeah, you see what I'm thinking? Well, let's go, where did that doily go? great thing about the workshops is that the girls can see that this actually is real. It happens. Is it my tiredness? My shoulders are a little bit achy. You saw that beautiful... Shelby, I'm so sorry. It's not lost. But she's not just here right at the moment. Oh, there she is. And I think the girls got this when they were shopping in at the vintage mall the other day. Oh, but look. Actually, look, my friends. Let's not hide her. Could she be up there? And hang over a little. And then there's the flap. And because why I'm leading to this, I said to Marianne, I would love to use this as a sort of closure on here. So maybe even low. I mean, those fringes are there. I'll just see. So that's where I'm up to, my friends. I hope you're enjoying your stitching as much as me. And, you know, I know you will understand, like when you get a piece that is just, I was saying I usually do a tote. I'd still like to do a tote, but I haven't got any handles here. And I regret that. Someone said I could go thrifting, but I haven't got time. I haven't got time to do that. So I'm just putting that out to the ether. If I'm meant to make a little tote, I would, and then I'd have my Waco collection. But there she is. Fun times, making art, really. That's what I said. I have to, you know, these are whimsical. That's whimsy. All right. See what I was thinking. I can't stop because I love it. Actually, see now, I was liking that was going down, but now that I've turned it through, I need that flower to be the main flower. So it's like the flowers in the sky. And could there be a way? I feel like I want to honor this in someplace out here, because it's so beautiful under your fingers. So maybe you can stay tuned. Maybe that bit of path, is that where the quilt is? No, it could join onto the Liberty. Who knows? But I better go now and see if this loads. And let's look. I've got one pin in there, and I've got 3 needles. So why don't I swap that needle for that smaller pin, and we're well placed. Time to do my homework and call my mum. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, I appreciate it very much. So you take care, have fun stitching. There's another needle, a pin, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, please take care. Love and Kate. Bye.